Hello, good morning. Okay, and today we shall discuss about the last part of the structural evaluation design, that is design of flexible payment. Sorry, design of flexible payment overlay using BBD data. Okay, in the past class, what you have studied means that is the temperature correction, payment correction, and moisture correction, and how to take the data. And in detail, you studied how to measure three data, that is D naught, DI, and DF. Next, this is the last part. That is once you have designed all the parts, the final concept is to add the additional layer. That means you have designed the road from the data what you have understood, the road is not sufficient to withstand the load. So what you are doing, you are giving some additional thickness, just like your vehicle. You will once in a while, that is once in 6 months or some frequent time, you will going to service your vehicle, no? Just like that, here also you are going to add the sufficient thickness. Okay, that thickness is called as overlay thickness. That is dependent upon the damage, how much damage your road structure has happened. Okay, that concept you are studying, same formula which you have used in flexible payment design, that is IRC 37 2001. Same data you are using, and only difference is different chart is there. Okay, we shall see how to work out this. That is design factors. What is your objective? The objective of this design of flexible payment overlay using BBD data is to strengthen the existing flexible payment. That means you have already constructed the payment. Okay. After 1 or 2 year, you are going to analyze the payment. You will notice that some amount of strength has been reduced. Okay. Usually 100% strength was there. Now the strength has been reduced to 50%. So what you need to do, you are going to strengthen the existing flexible payment such that it should withstand the traffic loads during the desired design level. That means you have constructed, or while designing the flexible payment, you have designed for 15 years. That is n is 15 years. But think like this: due to the additional amount of traffic, the structure, the payment has been deteriorated. So what is your objective? You are going to give some amount of additional thickness. Okay, that is the concept behind this. And this overlay thickness required depends upon following these two factors. That is, one is the stability of the existing flexible payment. Okay, first concept is stability. Stability of the stability of the existing flexible payment. Okay, this is the first concept. And second one is anticipated traffic growth rate. Okay, second one is anticipated traffic growth rate. Sorry, anticipate traffic loading in terms of CSA. Okay, CSA during the design life. These are the two factors which you are considering. One is you are going to increase the stability. You are going to increase the stability of the existing flexible payment. Another one is anticipated traffic loading in terms of CSA. Okay, cumulative standard axles during the design life. Okay. Okay. How you are going to do? This is the simple procedure. That is, first what you will do, you will apply the correction. In yesterday's class, you apply different types of correction. That is, first correction is payment temperature. That is, if you will check whether it is greater than 35 or less than 35. If it is greater than 35 degrees Celsius, negative correction. If it is less than 35 degrees Celsius, you are going to apply the positive correction. Similarly, seasonal variation in the subgrade moisture content. For moisture also, you are going to add the correction. Okay, you are referring the chart and you are giving some suitable correction value. What you are finding out. Hello. Yes. Okay, what you are doing there you are going to do the moisture correction. Okay, these are the 2 points. Then we shall see how the procedure is working for this one. This is the simple procedure, same procedure which you have done in your flexible payment design, that is IRC 37 2001. First point, that is desired design life of overlay. In your flexible payment design, you are taking the n value, right? You are designing usually flexible payment for 15 years, right? Like that here, 10 years for major road, n value. N value they will give in the question only. 10 years for major roads and 5 years for the less important roads. These are the two. This is the n value. Second one, present traffic volume. Okay, you are going to survey the present traffic count. That is number of heavier vehicles. You are counting the heavier vehicles for 24 into 7. Remember, in during our class session, I have told that you have to keep in mind that you have to count the heavier vehicles. Why? I have given examples. Irveneಲ್ಲ neglect ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Only you have to consider heavier vehicle. Heavier vehicles means it will be like elephant in our traffic engineering or payment design. Okay, so you have to consider only heavier vehicles. Okay, next, third one is VDF, which means vehicle damage factor. Okay, different class different class of vehicles you are considering. And for small road, VDF of 4.5 level will be assumed on plain and rolling terrain. Hello, yes, any problem? Okay, VDF value they will give. If they won't give the VDF value, you have to assume 4.5 on smaller roads. Okay, on smaller road you have to assume VDF of 4.5, that is in plain terrain and in rolling terrain. Only on smaller road you have to assume this data. Okay, and here the CVPD will be greater than 1500 vehicle per day. Okay, n value given, you can assume this as A or P. If they give A value, you have to calculate P. That is P is equal to A into, sorry, A is equal to P into 1 plus R to the power of n. Next, VDF data they will give, and R. R means traffic growth rate. This will also they give in the question. If they won't give, you have to assume it as a 7.5%. Next, D, that is in IRC 37 2001 code book. I showed some point that is in 2.3.6. This chart is given. That is D value, you have to take 2.75 for 2-lane roads. Similarly, D value will be zero point 0.4 for 4-lane two-way undivided roads. Okay, if it is undivided road, it is zero point 0.4, and if it is 4-lane two-way divided, you can see the difference. If it is both are 4-lane two-way, here in second condition it is undivided. For undivided, zero point 0.4 you have to take. For divided roads, you have to take 0.75. Okay, I'll repeat. D value for 2-lane roads is 0.75. D value for 4-lane two-way undivided roads, it is zero point 0.4. And similarly, 4-lane two-way divided roads, it will be 0.75. And last day is 6-lane. Okay, for a 6-lane divided roads, you have to take 0.6 in each direction. That is 0.6 in left direction and 0.6 value in the right direction. Okay, okay, this is the formula. If you want, you can write down same formula which you have used in IRC 37 design. That is CSA, cumulative standard axle load. You are calculating and you are converting that CSA into MSA. That is million standard axle. The formula work out to be like this: 365 NDF 1 plus R to the power of n minus 1 divided by R. Remember NDF, National Disaster Fund, like that. Okay, NDF value. N is the axle, D and F value they will be given, that is lane distribution factor and vehicle damage factor. Okay, and this is the chart. Okay, this chart you have to use in the problems and they will give in the question paper only. uh, Listen here, dc value you will be finding out, that is after applying temperature correction and moisture correction, you will find out this dc value. And you can note down here, that is CSA value, using that traffic, that formula, that is CSA is equal to 365 NDF 1 plus R to the power of n minus 1 divided by R. Using that formula, you are calculating this traffic value. Okay, assume the DC value is 5. Yes, listen here, DC value work out to be 5, and they have given MSA value, or in your problem you have worked out MSA value as 100. Okay, for 5, MSA 100 here. Just take the graph to this point. Okay, it will touch us here and extend this graph to the y-axis. Okay, answer will be somewhat near 310 or 320 mm. That means you have to provide additional 320 mm of thickness. Okay, just take this example. In a flexible pavement, you have constructed the total pavement of 800 mm. Okay, which includes subgrade, subbase, base layer, bituminous course, and DBM layer. Okay, 800 mm was the initial thickness which you have designed in the flexible pavement design. Now, what you are doing, you are doing the structural evaluation, and you have analyzed that the payment is not sufficient to withstand the load. So, what you did, you have calculated the overlay thickness. Overlay thickness means initial some height was there or some thickness you have given. Due to the increased volume of loads, the structural condition has been deteriorated. So, you are providing some additional thickness. Okay, that is the concept behind this. And listen this step carefully. This is a design step which includes design of all the layers. That means which you have done in the previous class also. In previous class, what you did, you placed the lorry, and in between the two tires you have placed the probe beam, and you have taken three readings. That is D not at zero reading, and your truck will move for 2.7 meter distance, and you will take DI reading. DI reading is the intermediate reading, and final reading is the DF, which will be at a 9 meter distance. Like that, you will take at the number of locations. Okay, and after that, what you have done, you have done the evaluation. Okay, that is mean, median, mode. That thing, your statistical analysis you have done, and you have calculated the DC value. Okay, you can see here the data collected during VBD studies are analyzed. First, what you will do, you will analyze like collecting the soil sample, and you will estimate or you will calculate CBR value, plasticity index value, okay, and moisture content you have determined. And after that, what you did, you have calculated the mean value, mean deflection value, standard deflection smallest value, and characteristic deflection, that is DC value. This one you have done in the second problem. Okay. Then in third type of problem, what you done, you have calculated the pavement temperature correction and subgrade moisture content correction. That is pavement temperature correction if it is greater than 35 degree Celsius, negative correction, and if it is less than 35 degree, you are applying positive correction. Similarly, moisture correction, there were three graphs. That is, first one is for less than 1200 CVPD vehicle, and it is for clay soil, and second and third graph is for higher or heavy vehicles, and two condition was there in second graph. Plasticity index was less than 15, and in third type of graph, plasticity index was greater than 15. These are the two types of problems which you done in the previous steps. That is, these are the two steps. Third step is, in problem they will give the A value, that is annual average traffic data. Small r, which means growth rate. VDF, vehicle damage factor. D, which means lane distribution factor, that you will see in the IRC 37 2001 graph, or if you remember, you can directly substitute, or in some of the problem they will give the D value. And this is the N value. N is the design life period. Using this formula, you will calculate the CSA. CSA is equal to 365 into NDF into 1 plus R to the power of N minus 1 divided by R. You will calculate this step. Next, in fourth step, what you will do, you will calculate the overlay design chart. In previous slide, I showed the chart. It's shown, isn't it? Same graph, that is, select the design curve representing the value of CSA, and DCM represent the x-axis and design curve. I will show. Okay, DCM, until you have calculated DCM, and in this design you are calculating the CSA value. Assume DCM value is 2, and traffic or CSA value is 0.5. Just take uh, take it here. Okay, and you will be obtaining some curve. Just elaborate or extend it to the y-axis. We'll be getting some thickness, or 4 thickness and 0.1. 4 4 extended to this graph, we'll be getting here, and extend it to the y-axis, we'll be getting 80 or 90 thickness. You're solved using graph. Okay, just like that. And what you did, Now you use the DCM in x-axis and y-axis represent the CSA design, and you found out the overlay thickness design. Okay. And after that, what you will do, making use of equivalency factors of the overlay materials, BM. That means bituminous macadam overlay is converted into desired types of overlay. That means these are some of the norms. That is, you are converting this thickness into some of the equivalency factor. Okay. That means if 10 thick of bituminous macadam was obtained, 10 thickness of bituminous macadam will be equal to 15 thickness of granular base, or 10 thickness of bituminous macadam will be equal to 7 thickness of BC. That means just conversion factor, just like conversion of dollars to rupee. That means just take that example. $1, $1 is equal to 72 rupees, or 1 pound is equal to 100 rupees. Just like that, you are converting bituminous macadam in terms of granular base course or DBM or BC course. Okay, just this 10 thickness of bituminous macadam or somewhat XMM thickness of bituminous macadam you will be obtaining in the graph. After that, you are converting into BC. Okay, suppose 100 thickness was obtained, means 100 into zero point 0.7. Okay, 100 into zero point 0.7 will be 70. Okay, that is multiplication of 0.7 for this one, and 0.15 or 15 1.5 for granular base course. Is it clear? Hello? Hello? Yes. Is this design clear for everyone?
Sir, clear.
Okay. Do you want me to repeat, or can we solve the problem? Shall
Problem.
okay, shall I directly go to the problem? Three problems are there.
Yes, sir.
Or if any of the latecomers are there, I will repeat once again. I say everyone has attended, or I need to repeat? No, right? Shall I go to the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Quickly in 2 minutes I will revise. Okay. Design step, that is first step. In a previous class, you have calculated this data, that is mean data, standard deviation data, and characteristic deflection data. Second one is, after that you have applied the temperature correction and subgrade moisture correction. And in third step, what you are doing, these values they will be giving, that is A, R, VDF, and D. A means the traffic data, R means growth, VDF means vehicle damage factor, D is the lane distribution, and N is the design life. You have to calculate CSA by this formula, which you have used in the previous class. This is CSA is equal to 365 NDF 1 plus R to the power of N minus 1 into R. Okay. And after that, DC value you will be knowing, and CSA value you will be knowing. Just like yesterday's, take the y-axis. This y-axis will represent the thickness of the bituminous macadam. Okay. Okay. Write down this problem. Okay. Copy this problem. completed? Shall we solve the problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what is the n value they are given in the problem? N value is? Yes, what is the n value? Capital N value is?
10.
No, that is small n value. Capital N value means just like traffic data. A value. You can say
2750.
yes, 2750
2750.
per day. That is the capital N value. Then what is R value?
6.5%.
6.5%. Have they given F value?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is that F?
5.4.
Yes, that is 5.
5.4.
Then if they won't give F data, minimum you have to assume it as 4.5. Okay. If they won't give, you have to, by default, you have to assume it as 4.5. Next, D value are they given?
Huh? Oh.
D value is
Point
0.75. Then small n value they have given, that is small n is equal to
10 years.
10. Okay, just substitute this value, you will get the answer directly. N means 2750 into 0.75 into F means 5.4. 1 plus R value is 0.065. N value is 10 minus 1. Divided by 0.065. Yes, what is the answer? CSA is equal to?
Equal
54.85 ms.
54.85.
85.
MSc.
Yes, MSA. Okay, this is the answer. Direct substitution, all the data have been given. Okay. Everyone got this problem? Direct substitution, okay. Shall we move for second problem? Okay. Write down this problem, second type of problem. Is it over?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
In this problem, what they are given? They are given directly CSA and DCM value. See, the BBD data were analyzed and modified characteristic deflection value after applying the correction. Means they have already applied the correction. Okay, that is temperature correction and moisture correction. They have already applied, and they have given the direct value. That is DCM value is 2.20 mm. DCM, which will be in x-axis, and in the chart y-axis will be CSA. That's also they were given. That is design traffic in terms of CSA is found to be 20.1 MSA using the overlay design chart. Okay, that chart previously which I showed determine the design thickness of overlay if DBM binder course and BC course are to be adopted. Okay, both the course you need to be determined. That is BC course which will be at the top layer. Below the BC course, second layer is DBM. Okay, thickness which you have to add. Okay, what is DCM value? DCM will be in x-axis. DCM value is
2.2.
yes. DCM value is equal to
2.2.
sorry, wait, sorry. Yes, DCM is equal to 2.20 mm and CSA value is equal to 20.1 MSA. Okay, go to the previous chart and obtain thickness, overlay thickness value. Yes, DCM is 2.2. DCM is 2.2. This is 2.2 value, and MSA or CSA value is 20.1 MSA, which will be working out somewhere near here. Okay, this is 2.1, and extend this graph to the 20.1 MSA graph. Yes, it will be obtained somewhere here, and if you just drag it to the y-axis, it will meet at this point. What is the thickness value? Hello?
Sir,
Yes, what is
190.
yes, 19, yes, somewhere near 190 or 195, right? For MSA.
Yes.
If you just drag it here, it will be somewhere near here. That is 195 MSA. Is it right? Is everyone?
Question.
190.
Okay, 190 or 195. Okay. Okay, that is from the graph. What is the answer? From the graph, bituminous macadam overlay is 195 mm. Okay. Now, for BC course, what you will do in the design steps, I explained. That is, you have to convert into equivalency factor. So for BC, what you will do? BC is equal to 195 into 0.7. Okay. 195 into 0.7. What is the answer?
One 136.5, sir.
The thickness of DBM overlay is equal to 195 into 0.7, which is equal to 136.5, which will be equal.
6.5.
Okay, assume it as 140 mm. Okay, in this 140 mm, provide 100 mm thickness for DBM layer, and remaining 40 mm thickness for base course layer. Okay, there is no standard norms that you should provide that much only, but minimum you have to provide 40 to 50 mm of for BC course. Okay, in your flexible payment design also, in your internal you have solved one problem, that is 5 mm thickness you will provide for base course, right? Just like that, you are providing 40 mm thickness for base course and remaining amount of thickness for the DBM layer. Okay, whatever the answer you will obtain from the graph, just convert it into equivalency factor, that is multiply with 0.7. Okay, and you will get the answer. Is it clear, everyone? Shall we move for the third problem, which will cover the entire design? All the three types of problem will be covered in this problem. Shall we move?
Yes, sir.
Let's copy this problem. Yes, please tell me the attendance. Sushmita, Saukya, Rajini, Purnima, Pallavi Desai, Pallavi Bai, Monica, Kiran S. Yes, over the remaining two, iPhone and another one. Hello. Can you please tell me your names? Yes, you can tell me your name if you are also from my section. Okay.
ಸರ್
ಎಸ್
ಸರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ DBM ಓವರ್ಲೇ ಅಂತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್,
ಹಾ
ಅದು 0.7 ಇಂದ ಎಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಟು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು?
0.7 ಇಂದ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಲೇಯರಿಗರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ತಡೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರೋದೇನು DBM or BC ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. DBM ಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. DBM ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 10 mm ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು 7 mm ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 100% ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 70% ಅಂತ. ಸೊ 0.7 ಇಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಅದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು? ಈ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್,
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ these 2 points?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದೇ 10.7 ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. ಹಾ
ಈಗ ನಾವು
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ
ಹಾ ಸರ್,
ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ LHS ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. DBM ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, DBM or BC ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ DBM ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಇಂಟು 0.7. ಓಕೆ, 0.7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ DBM ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ GSB ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಲೇಯರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 15 mm ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ 10 mm
.15
ನಾಟ್ 0.15, 1.5